cameras rolling in and the evidence of the millions of people watching, but nothing specific.
E aí, aqui é o Pena, e hoje pelo canal Jogo Games, Look Back Games, galera, eu vou lhes mostrar um jogo aqui, o Apollo 11 experiência VR, né? E eu rodei ele um pouco, tá? Eu não sei se é um jogo ou se é uma demonstração, mas é um aplicativo aí que mostra o lançamento do foguete aí ao espaço, né? Tem no início aí, tem a apresentação do presidente Kennedy falando, né? Do programa espacial, quando ele estava falando que ia lançar o programa espacial para fazer a Lua. É emocionante para quem entende inglês, é muito bom, tá? Para treinar o inglês. E é uma coisa que eu gosto muito sobre Apollo, sobre as espaciais, né? O cachorro tá latindo aqui, fechar a porta aqui. É uma coisa que eu gosto muito. Já fui na NASA 2 vezes, levei meus filhos, foi uma grande emoção que eu tive aí. Ao levá-los, né? E eu vi nos olhos deles lá brilhando lá, uma oportunidade, quem sabe, no futuro, né? Eles possam estar lá, né? Como vocês também, né? Só estudar, só querer. Então, vamos lá, galera. Eu vou colocar aqui. Já tô aqui, vou deixar rodando aí, ó. Já tá rodando, tá? Eu vou editar aqui para essa parte aqui. Já volto aí, galera.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the earth. No single space project in this period will be more impressive to mankind.
Voltei, galera.
Important for the long-range exploration of space, and none will be so difficult or expensive to accomplish.
Vou ver se eu consigo rodar aqui com o joystick. O joystick não funciona, tá? Vou tentar o controle aqui. Opa, voltei. Eu tô jogando, dá uns pauzinhos aqui, mas Start Journey, Cinematic, com interação. Vamos ver. O início aí é o presidente Kennedy falando, gente. É muito emocionante, né? Ele contando a história, uma breve história aí da evolução e da tecnologia, e falando que ele vai fazer o projeto aí das espaciais para ir para a Lua. Na época aí da Guerra Fria, né? E os russos estavam à frente dos Estados Unidos nessa época, né? Já tinham lançado naves espaciais no espaço, já tinham inclusive lançado um homem ao espaço já. E opa, tem um pau aqui, tô voltando. Deixa eu ver como é que tá aqui. Vamos acompanhar aí, galera. Tá um pouco configurado, mas tá bom. Tô na sala, ó.
Then about 10 years ago, under this standard, man emerged from his cave to construct other kinds of shelters. Only 5 years ago, man learned to write and use a cart with wheels. Christianity began last year. Printing press came this year. And then less than 2 months ago, during this whole 50-year span of human history, steam engine provided a new source of power. Newton explored the meaning of gravity. develop penicillin, television, and nuclear power. And now, if America's new spacecraft succeeds in reaching Venus, we will have literally reached the stars before midnight tonight. This is a breathtaking pace, and such a pace cannot help but create new ills as it dispels old. New ignorance, new problems, new dangers. Surely the opening vistas of space promise high costs and hardships, as well as high reward. So it is not surprising that some would have us stay where we are a little longer, rest, to wait. But this city of Houston, this state of Texas, this country of the United States was not built by those who waited and rested and wished to look behind them. For the eyes of the world now look into space, to the moon, and to the planets beyond. And we have vowed that we shall not see it governed by a hostile flag of conquest, but by a banner of freedom and peace. The exploration of space will go ahead, whether we join in it or not. And it is one of the great adventures of all time. Those who came before us made certain that this country rode the first waves of the Industrial Revolution, the first waves of modern invention, and the first wave of nuclear power. And this generation does not intend to founder in the backwash of the coming age of space. We mean to be a part of it. We mean to lead it. Its hazards are hostile to us all. Its conquest deserves the best of all mankind. And its opportunity for peaceful cooperation may never come again. But why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why 35 years ago, fly the Atlantic? Why does Rice play Texas? We choose to go to the moon. We choose
Ó,
to go to
galera.
the moon.
Nossa, perfeito, hein?
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing. Not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are willing to postpone, and one we intend to win the other way.
Listen, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed. Roger, Tranquility. We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot.
Ó, muito legal, galera. Muito. Esse início aí, perfeito. Eu só vou ver um negócio aqui, ver se tá gravando direitinho o som. Só um minuto aí.
I think the momentous, most memorable thing that I can recall about that particular day was the opportunity while my two friends were being put into the spacecraft to stand alone by myself out there and look at the rocket in the quietness and see the sun come up and waves rolling in, and the evidence of the millions of people watching, but nothing specific, and just so quiet, and to realize that indeed such a contrast was going to take place, all the frantic activity preparing the rocket, but it was so quiet up there for me personally, and that in a very few moments we were going to be departing in a great roar and off for a momentous event.
Galera, tá tendo problema aqui. Vamos ver se agora vai. É placa de vídeo aqui 970, acho que não tá aguentando não. Mas eu aumentei aqui no Afterburner aqui o consumo de energia. Vamos ver se aguentou. Essa parte é muito legal. Ver se eu consigo fazer só o lançamento da nave aqui.
Chance of getting back safely to Earth on that flight, but only a 50-50 chance of making a successful landing on the first attempt. There's so many unknowns in that descending from lunar orbit down to the surface that have not been demonstrated yet by testing. It's a risk-reward equation, and you're able to accept a level of risk so long as it's commensurate with the reward that you will get by achieving the goal that you have.
Agora vamos para dentro da nave. Que quando dá problema aqui eu tenho que apertar F1.
All indications coming in to the control center at this time indicate we are go. 1 minute 25 seconds and counting. Our status board indicates the third stage completely pressurized. 80-second mark has now been passed. We'll go on full internal power at the 50-second mark in the countdown. Guidance system goes on internal at 17 seconds, leading up to the ignition sequence at 8.9 seconds. We're approaching the 60-second mark on the Apollo 11 mission.
1 minute.
T-minus 60 seconds and counting. We passed T-minus 60. 55 seconds and counting. Neil Armstrong just reported back. It's been a real smooth countdown. We passed the 50-second mark. Power transfer is complete. We're on internal power with the launch vehicle at this time. 40 seconds away from the Apollo 11 liftoff. All the second stage tanks now pressurized. 35 seconds and counting. We are still go with Apollo 11. 30 seconds and counting. Astronauts report it feels good. T-minus 25 seconds. 20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
Isso aí.
Tower clear.
We got a roll program. Neil Armstrong reporting the roll and pitch program, which puts Apollo 11 on proper heading. Altitude's 2 miles. Oh, 11 Houston, you're good at 1 minute. Downrange 1 mile, altitude 3, 4 miles now. Velocity 2,195 feet per second. 11 Houston, thrusters go. All engines, you're looking good. Hi, Roger. You're loud and clear, Houston.
through the region of maximum dynamic pressure now.
11 Houston, your guidance is converged. You're looking good.
Set 8 miles downrange, 12 miles high. Velocity 4,000 feet per second.
Stand by for mode 1 Charlie. Mark, mode 1 Charlie. 1 Charlie.
Cliff Charlesworth taking a staging status.
This is Houston, you are go for staging. Tower's going. Roger, tower. Inboard cutoff.
Inboard engines out.
I'm inboard cutoff. Houston, be advised the visual is go today. This is Houston, roger out. Yeah, he finally gave me a window to look out.
Conseguimos. Não, até. Wilson?
I think certainly to go as far away as the moon and look back on the Earth certainly does affect your perspective. And then when you see it, tiny as your thumbnail held out in front of you at arm's length, that sort of gets your attention. Beautiful sight, tiny, pristine, blue and white, very fragile looking object, shining like a beautiful little headlight out there in black velvet of space. It does change your perspective. It makes you think that we have to take better care of this little fragile entity, because it is fragile.
Gente, eu voltei aqui. Eu tive alguns problemas. E eu tô aqui no jogo, já na missão. Vamos deixar rolar. Eu troquei até de camisa todo dia, tá? Deixa eu ver como é que é esse aqui.
Moving forward. $10 meters.
10 meters.
8 meters.
Olha, eu consegui, na segunda vez que eu executei, até aparecer os controlinhos direito, ó.
5 meters.
Ah, medir aqui, olha por aqui, ó. Ah, interessante.
2 meters.
Que legal isso, hein?
1 meter.
Eu pulei uma fase da...
And
passando a nave. Vou voltar lá depois pra gravar isso, pra vocês verem.
Apollo 11, this is Houston, radio check, over.
Roger, we've got the high gain locked on now, I believe, auto track it now.
Okay, you're coming in loud and clear, but Mike is just barely readable.
Loud
Loud and clear now, Mike, and we understand that you are docked.
That's fine. Houston, we're ready for LEM ejection.
Roger, go for LEM ejection.
Thank you.
Apollo 11, this is Houston, over.
Gente, eu
Apollo 11, go ahead.
tô no modo
Give us some comments
cinema, tá?
on position and docking one, over.
Mas entendi que eu posso também controlar a nave e tudo, mas não quis fazer isso não.
This is Houston, Roger, we copy.
Quatro dias. Passado 4 dias. Armstrong, ok. Órbita lunar. Caracas, velho. Ah, tá por aqui? Ah, a lua tá aqui em cima, cara.